Welcome back to Cadwell Park for the last part of the programme, and we are racing in the virtual pitch black. The grid positions for the Superlight Open, the last race of the day: Duncan Macbeth on pole from Simon Nutter, Jake DeFuria, Mark Richardson on P4. On P5 it was Colin Griffiths from Wayne Harris, Mark Rushton, Paul McNamara, Brendan Simpson goes off 9 and Charlie Wellborn off 10. I can't tell you how dark it is. You can hardly see anything. The cameras make it look brighter than it is. And we have no circuit lights. The cars don't have lights on them. And it's a problem, but they're racing anyway.
So here we go, and hopefully it's not going to be too much pandemonium that follows here, but Nutter and Macbeth are through to the first corner with no issues at all. Macbeth leading the way, Nutter in second place, then it is the yellow machine of Richardson. Third position, he seems to have left Jake DeFuria behind for the moment as they make their way through to the link for the first time. Through the right, left, right section, and then down the hill through the right-hander, and making their way back onto the circuit, rejoining at Mansfield as we see the battling duo there. That's McNamara and Charlie Wellborn, who retired in the first race, of course, but now there's a good chance that he can bounce back in this one. So difficult this must be for the drivers in the conditions. In fact, Griffiths has now moved up to 4th position here as we watch the 11 of Brendan Simpson going through the shot in and around the top 8. Richardson in 3rd position, Griffiths in 4th, then it is DeFuria, McNamara, and there is the... No, that's not the 74, sorry, that is Harris. So Wellborn again down the order, and it's Wayne Harris who's reaping the benefits at the moment. We look back, and Brendan Simpson is next in shot. Not sure where the others have gone.
That is Brendan Simpson in the green car. Never saw him in the earlier race. We can only just about see him in this race. It looks much brighter at this end of the circuit, but that's because the sun is at this end of the circuit, so it looks a little bit brighter. But at the other end of the circuit, I can tell you, although you can see quite comfortably the cars from the camera positions to the naked eye, it's wait a minute, pitch black.
Sorry, Alan, Richardson's disappeared. Richardson has disappeared. Oh, and that's why Richardson and Griffiths have come together and they've collided. That looks like they've gone in out Charlie's. They've come together, and that's 2 men out of this race, and that's given 3rd position to DeFuria. So that is drama in this last race of the season.
Yeah, that will have happened up through Charlie's, out of the shot of the camera, unfortunately. Never actually saw what happened, but clearly big damage on both of the cars, so they won't be going any further, that's for sure.
And is it going to be one of those incidents where both of them will have an excuse as to why the other was at fault?
It's not what you want in the last race of the season, is it? To take your car home and have to...
Nutter's through into the lead. So Nutter has got past Macbeth now and into the lead. So they've swapped positions again. We didn't see where that happened, but Nutter is now in front of Macbeth. So here we go again.
Yeah.
It's on for the championship fight. It's almost pitch black. It's so much harder now than it was earlier on. And as far as Macbeth is concerned, he's got to beat Nutter to win this championship. He's got to beat him. Sparks flying on the bottom of the mountain. For Duncan Macbeth, it's now or never. He's got to find a way to get back past Simon Nutter. Otherwise, his championship chances are gone, and Nutter very nearly tank slaps it and cannons off into the barriers. What a moment that was for Nutter. Macbeth is definitely going to try and do him now. They're swarming about all over the circuit, trying to gain the advantage on the other. Just look at the conditions. How on earth are the drivers expected to see down this main straight as DeFuria heads 3rd position, and Macbeth is back in front?
So Macbeth's made the way past, but I can tell you that if he stays there and Simon Nutter stays in 2nd place, Nutter will win the championship by 1 point. I'm not sure why Nutter would have taken the chance of being punted off and possibly out of the championship places by overtaking. I mean, 2nd place is all he needs. He just wants to stay there, surely.
Well, I can tell you why. We saw the banter between them during the race earlier. He's a racing driver. He wants to beat him on the track fair and square. That's the only reason. It may not be the most percentage-fueled way of going about it. It may not be the most calculated way, but he's a racer. He wants to beat him on the track. So he comes out of the final turn and down the straight, desperately trying to take on Macbeth once again. Look at how dark it is. It's more like into the dusk at Le Mans than it is at Cadwell Park for a Superlites race. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Incredible that we're still racing in these conditions, but we are.
And full credit to the drivers, you know, other than that incident earlier on that took out Griffiths and Richardson, there's not been any other major incidents to speak of. The drivers have actually been keeping their heads and getting on with it.
This is interesting though, isn't this? Comparing this to the earlier race where Macbeth was all over the back of Simon Nutter, it's in reverse now. As they go down to the chicane.
Yeah, this is Harris making his move on the inside of De Furia for the podium positions. I bet he didn't think he'd be standing on the rostrum at the end of the the earlier race today. I bet he didn't think he was even going to get close to a chance of a podium, but now he's got past De Furia. There he is, Harris in 3rd position, De Furia in 4th, and McNamara is there in 5th position. So it's these 5 pretty much that are making all the headlines.
Oh!
Macbeth slides it. How did he save that?
Incredible! Incredible! He should have done a complete 360 and not
That's
announced wide on the
same
exit.
thing. That shows you how difficult it is to see where they're going. We go into the last lap, and both drivers are making mistakes on each corner.
Macbeth has made his way past again. So Macbeth made the way out of the mistake out of the hairpin through Barn. He lost it to Simon Nutter. Then Nutter makes a mistake. Macbeth gets it back, and it's Macbeth now. Through the link road, down through the link road for the last time. Who's got this one tied up?
Let's not forget, this is for the championship between these two as well. The title's gone right down to the wire, and if either of them bins it, the other one gets the championship pretty much. So that's what it rides on. And Harris has obviously lost the position to De Furia, but he's getting it back again into the link. We look for the leaders. There they are. How on earth can they see where they're going? This is worse than Brazil 2018 Formula 1, where nobody could see what they were doing, and now they're struggling in the last couple of corners. Macbeth is just going to hang on, is he? Here comes Nutter through the final turn. He's got acceleration off the corner, so in almost pitch black conditions, it is going to be a race win for Macbeth, but finishing 2nd gives the championship to Nutter. Simon Nutter has done it for 2014. What about this for a final scrap as well? Harris is just going to hang on in front of De Furia, is he? Or are they going to be side by side down to the line? I can barely see. De Furia just misses out on a podium there. So it goes to Harris. De Furia is 4th. McNamara is 5th. Brendan Simpson is 6th position. What a way to end the season. I'd like to see Formula 1 drivers driving with that much vision in front of them. After the race, we caught up with the top 3-point scorers on the day. Superb stuff.
Cadwell Park, Jake, 3rd place today. Just talk us through your day.
It was overall good day. Quite fast, consistent. Couldn't catch these two though, too quick. But yeah, had a good day overall. Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations, 3rd place. 2nd place to Simon. Simon, just tell us a little bit about Cadwell Park compared to what you're used to racing. Generally racing on smaller circuits, but how do you like this?
Yeah, circuit's excellent, to be honest. I've been here before, and it's a proper real races circuit. Had a good weekend, really. It's been ups and downs throughout the year and trying to beat this guy, and I think I've just clinched it by a point, hopefully, for the championship. So it's been a good weekend, yeah.
I think the points are still being counted, but Duncan, a bit of an incident in that first race you had with the sent the GoPro camera flying, but just talk us through that first of all, that first race.
My mistake. I did have a little braking issue. The pedal was a lot further to press. I was locked up coming into a chicane and smashed into the chicane, but luckily no one could get past until I got going, so maintained 2nd. My fault. Today for the championship I needed to win all 3 races and threw it away. Silly mistake, just a little bit of air in the brakes, and there you go. But what a track, absolutely loved it today, really good, best circuit of the year for us. Going into Charlie's flat out down the straight is just, what a feeling that is. And yeah, ecstatic with the race result, just so gutted to throw away the first one. What a good race Simon and I had. We swapped places many times, slipstreaming down the straight, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Well, top points today, perhaps not on top for the championship, but congratulations anyway.
Close, so close, just 1 point in it, we think. We'll wait to find the final result, but I think he's got it.
He has indeed. Simon Nutter wins it by 1 point from Duncan Macbeth. Amazing finish to the season. Mark Richardson in 3rd from Wayne Harris, Paul McNamara and Mark Rushton. That's it for this programme. We hope to bring you more Superlight racing in 2015.